Hey, what's up, everybody? BDL44 coming at you with another video. All right, so you know me, sitting in my little dark zone, doing my meditation thing, and I'm not thinking about anything of substance, nothing like that at all. No, I got basketball on my mind, and I'm still trying to shop the Russell Westbrook contract, even in my meditative state. Believe it or not, that's where my head goes, because that's how much of a person I am as it pertains to this LA basketball stuff. It's in my spirit. So check this out, man. I understand the San Antonio Spurs situation now. After bashing him and talking about him and all of this other stuff, I looked up Victor, and now I understand. He's somebody you must tank for. I can totally see a situation where teams are going to lose 7 out of 10 games, and then they're going to start dreaming about what their team looks like with that player in it, and they're going to start tanking. I think this could be a very interesting season because of the presence of such an incredible prospect whose hype hasn't even started. You haven't, like, the hype hasn't even begun for what this person actually is about to bring to the table. That's why it's so intriguing, because most people don't even know who he is yet. With prospects like this, you see him coming. Zion, LeBron, you would have already heard of this guy and have had a household name with this guy. But because he's from France, sort of like Giannis, the world kind of don't know. Sort of like Luka, the world kind of don't know. But one glance at this dude, and you'll understand exactly why San Antonio just traded away DeJounte Murray in a trade that I think was not a good one for either team. Not a good one. It's a bad trade. Even after understanding how much DeJounte Murray actually got the Spurs, which was an incredible haul, it's still a bad trade because you're giving away DeJounte Murray at a very, very affordable price. But if you're trying to be bad, listen, that was a good way of getting it done. I have another option for you. Why don't you take Russell Westbrook from the Lakers? Because here's the deal. You have the cap space, for one. You'd have no interest in being good, which means you still have a couple players on that team you need to get off of it to assure that you suck enough to have a chance at victory. Russell Westbrook is going to be a player that if you bring him in, he's not going to help you win. You don't have to worry about winning no games. He ain't going to do that. Especially if you surround him with a bunch of stuff that cannot win. He will not win. Get Podol out of there. Get Keldon Johnson out of there. And just put him on the floor and let him run around. If things go wrong and he starts winning games, you can shut him down and let his contract expire. If you get Victor, boom, you got $47 million worth of cap space right then and there to pair him up with something that can help you win a championship immediately if you want to. Or you can use that cap space however you want to. Or as a contingency plan for not getting Victor. You got $47 million of cap space. You continue on your plan. Take whatever pick you get. It's still going to be a fantastic kid, as we know. And that cap space will make you feel a lot better about not getting him, having done something like this. I think it makes all the sense in the world the more I think about it. Because Russell Westbrook, at the very least, is going to come in, play better than he did for the Lakers, give your fans at least something to root for while you tank, and then expire at the end of the year and have nothing to do with Victor's tenure at all. It's not like you got DeJounte Murray, who he's in the way of. Russell Westbrook has a spot with you. Like, you have the spot to put him down there. Run with Josh Primo, run with whoever you keep in. It makes all the sense in the world. And as I said, this is not a tenure of San Antonio where they're looking to win. They're hoping to lose. Russell Westbrook struggled so bad last year. I mean, you should have every reason to believe he's going to struggle this year if you put him in a San Antonio uniform. I hate to be that blunt about it, but this makes sense. This literally makes sense. For what it is you guys are trying to do, which is suck, you don't need to be bringing in anything representing that cap space that is any good. But you also don't need anything that's going to represent multiple years. He's coming right off the books. Y'all should want that, San Antonio. Y'all should look into that. That makes sense. Not from a basketball fit standpoint, because again, you're not trying to be good, so it doesn't matter. But the fact that you can free up $47 million worth of cap space at the end of this season, in a year where you're tanking the high hell, and you already got cap space. You imagine what you can do, what type of flexibility you'll have when Victor comes to your team? how appealing that'll be for his representation upon arrival with all that damn cap space? I don't know. It seems intriguing to me. Because I'm telling you, you keep Jakob Pertl on the team and Keldon Johnson, they're good players. Both of them might make an all-star team this year. They might mess this whole thing up. You can give them to us. We'll kindly use both of them. We could certainly use both of them. And we'll give you Russell Westbrook's expiring contract that you can use on whatever beautiful thing that comes your way in 2023. And it's a lot of different situations that you can create at that time with all of the free agents that will be available for you. Think about it, San Antonio. This is the only year you've tanked that I remember since you arrived to David Robinson's injury and were blessed with Tim Duncan. This is the last time I think you'll tank for a very long time if your vision falls in place, because that Victor kid is not to be toyed with at all. And so because I understand this, getting off to a good start with him for whatever franchise lands him is important. You do not want him thinking twice about whether or not he wants to be with you upon arrival. That's one thing I know for certain. When you got this type of prospect, it ain't about, oh, we got his bird rights, blah, blah, blah. No, you want to get him enriched in what you're doing and believing in what you're doing early. So by the time he becomes a free agent, it's very difficult for him to leave. Because you lose him, you got to get him first. But you know me, I'm always thinking down the road. So if that's your plan, I believe in San Antonio's ability to get what they want more so than most in situations like this. So I'm inclined to believe that they're going to get him somehow. I really am. I think a lot of teams try this kind of stuff and they fail. San Antonio, I'm used to them succeeding. So if I'm going to assume they're going to do that, then this, to me, as a GM type of mind, makes sense. It makes sense. Give it some thought. BDL 44. Peace.